Living with a chronic disease such as relapsing multiple sclerosis can present unique challenges when it comes to doing the things that you love, like cooking or entertaining. Here to help is Chef Ben Ford, who has seen the effects of MS firsthand. Joining him is nurse practitioner Courtney Roman. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Courtney, let's jump in and talk about MS. Let's talk about what exactly it is and the everyday symptoms that people experience.
Sure. MS is a chronic neurologic condition. It's considered to be autoimmune, which means it's your own immune system that attacks a coating on your nerves in the brain and spinal cord and along the optic tracts. When that coating is removed or damaged, it causes neurologic dysfunction like numbness, tingling, weakness, difficulty walking, fatigue, or heat sensitivity. And in the case of relapsing MS, there are relapses of neurologic dysfunction that occur that last for days or weeks at a time, and people will slowly recover completely or incompletely and be left with some neurologic dysfunction on a daily basis. It affects about 2.3 million people in the world. It usually affects more women than men, and in general, Northern European ancestry has a higher incidence of MS, but it's not considered to be a genetically dominant condition, which means just because you have it does not mean that your children would have it.
Very interesting. Thank you for that explanation. Chef Ben, you have a personal connection to relapsing MS. Your mother is actually living with it. Tell us about that.
Yeah, she's lived with it for over 40 years now. When I was growing up as a preteen, she was starting to show some symptoms, and it progressed until she was finally diagnosed while I was in college. So we were sort of functioning without a diagnosis there for a while, but we were living with the symptoms, and she was a huge entertainer. She loved to entertain, she loved to cook, and so, you know, sort of identifying these small but impactful changes that we could make for her, continuing to keep her sort of life in the kitchen alive and as an entertainer was a big deal for her. So in retrospect, these were things that I've been able to sort of go back to and re-identify and bring to this Reimagine Myself campaign.
Well, that's fantastic. Let's talk about that Reimagine campaign and how it is that you have learned from your mother's struggle.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's myself along with other people who have either they're suffering themselves or they have friends and family that have been impacted by it. But each one of us are bringing a different perspective to the Reimagine Myself campaign and the website, which is reimaginemyself.com. And we try to make those little adjustments that make people's lives a little bit better.
Can we talk about, Chef? I'm dying for you to share some of this information. Can we talk about some of those adjustments that you found were helpful for your mom? Any tips that you might be able to share?
Well, I think I think that right now is summertime, so we can talk about grilling, which is a great thing to do. I think, as Courtney mentioned, heat and dexterity can be issues in the backyard as far as grilling or cooking in general. And so, those are things that you need to, especially the heat. Those are precautions you need to take when you're outside. Shade and cooling devices. But in general, I love the idea of being able to be in the backyard with friends and family, which is not something that's easy to do throughout the rest of the year. So the idea is that when you're in the backyard, you're going to have more contributions, more communal type cooking. You can engage your friends and family to get more involved, and those are the kinds of tips that we try to bring to it. It's about awareness, really, and these little baby impactful changes that you can make.
Well, thank you for sharing. And speaking of awareness, will you be grilling with your mother this summer?
I will be grilling with my mother plenty this summer, and she'll be doing all the tasting and directing as she usually does.
Thank you both so much for joining us.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take control of your life. It's still possible if you just reimagine. If you suffer from relapsing MS, for more information, just head to the website on your screen. Biogen is a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.